3, 6, 11, third house from Chandra, third house from Chandra, sixth house from Chandra, 11th house from Chandra. Saturn always gives good result. Clear? In rest of other houses, it will give bad result. This is what every Rishi is saying. Out of all these houses, if I remove these three houses, see, if you see these three houses, 3, 6, 11, it means 7.5 years, person will experience good result. Saturn takes 30 years to complete whole zodiac. And during the transit of 30 years, Saturn will transit to third house, sixth house, and 11th house from Chandra Rashi. It means in these houses, it can give good result. It means 2.5 years of third house, 2.5 years of sixth house, and 2.5 years of 11th house. Together, it becomes 7.5. Am I correct? So, out of the 30 year, Saturn will definitely give good result at least for 7.5 years out of 30. It means how many years left for suffering? 30 minus 7.5. कितना बचा? 22.5. तो 22.5 साल. 22.5 years, Saturn is bound to give that result. This is what Rishi says. This is not my opinion. This is what every Rishi is saying. So when they say 3, 6, 11, good result, it means 22.5 years are bad. Clear? But are we experiencing this 22.5 years of bad result? This is the question. So now this 22.5, when I say bad, it doesn't mean complete bad. It depends upon the individual chart. Sometimes a bad intensity can be reduced, sometimes bad intensity can be extended, depending on the other factors. What other factor? Like conjunction, different aspects. Okay. And in advanced study of transit, you will learn about Veda and Viparit Veda. These are two concepts which cancel sometimes it cancel the benefic result, sometimes it cancel the malefic result. Depending on it, this result can be up and down. Correct? But roughly this 22.5 years is something not productive for the native. Clear? This concept is clear? So before you understand the 7.5 years of suffering, first you understand that you have only 7.5 years of happiness in 30 years of Saturn transit. Then why we are more focused on only 7.5 years of suffering? Because concept clearly saying it's not a matter of 7.5, it's a matter of 22.5. Now from this 3, 6, 11, if this concept is clear, 3, 6, 11 is a happiness where Saturn is giving you happiness in your life. Now that happiness also can be reduced, can be increased. There is a word we call Ardhashtama. There is a Ashtama Shani and Ardhashtama Shani. Ashtama means what? Ashtama Shani means 8th Saturn. When Saturn transit in the 8th house from moon, we call it Ashtama Shani. Am I correct? Now this Ashtama Shani is also not considered good. We will see in detail this part. Okay. There is another position of Saturn that is in the 4th house. We call it Ardhashtama. Ardhashtama means half of Ashtama. It means 4th. Half of 8 is 4th. Okay, so when Saturn transit in the 4th house, this situation we call it Ardhashtama. When Saturn transit in 8th house from moon, we call it Ashtama Shani. What is next thing? Then we have Anga Shani also. Okay, Anga Shani means it depends upon the nakshatra. It depends upon the nakshatra. Okay, different placement of Saturn in nakshatra, different body parts are signified. So which body part is going to face difficulty by that Saturn transit, that Anga Shani will give you the result. Out of these all 12 houses, if you remove 3, 6, 11, how many houses will have? 9. Out of these 9 houses, 5th, 9th and 10th houses. 5th, 9th and 10th houses will give medium bad result or moderate bad result. Okay, there is a difference in the degrees of bad result for the Saturn. So out of all 9 houses, 5th, 9th and 10th house will give moderate bad result. It is known as Kantaka Shani. 4th house, we call it Ardhashtama or Kantaka Shani, is more dangerous than 5, 9, 10. You can write it in the hierarchical way. 4th house is the 4th house Saturn is comparatively can give you more bad result as compared to 5, 9 and 10. 8th house we call Ardhashtama Shani. Okay, now this is more negative than 4th position of Saturn. Okay, from Kantaka Shani, from Ardhashtama Shani, this 8th placement of Saturn is more difficult. And this Sade Sati, which is the transit of moon in 12th, 1st and 2nd house, that is again more dangerous than Ardhashtama Shani. If you arrange it in the hierarchical manner, so what it becomes? Sade Sati is in the top of this hierarchy. Okay, Sade Sati is more harmful. Sade Sati means the position of Saturn in 12th, 1st and 2nd house. Okay, then in next position we have Ardhashtama Shani, which is less troublesome than Sade Sati. Then less than Ardhashtama Shani, we have Ardhashtama Shani, which is also known as Kantaka. It means the position of Saturn in the 4th house. Less than this, we have 5, 9 and 10th position. In Sade Sati, okay, 12th house and 2nd house, okay, which is known as the first phase of Sade Sati, first phase and last phase. Okay, 12th house means first phase, 2nd house means last phase of Sade Sati. Which is considered as a highly malefic. Okay, 12th and 2nd position. Now the Sade Sati, the phase of Saturn on Janma Rashi. On Janma Rashi, that is dangerous for the life. Okay, there is a difference. See, Sade Sati means 3 positions of Saturn, 12th house, on moon, 1st house, and in 2nd house from moon. Out of these 3, 12th and 2nd is considered as the most malefic position. And the 1st house, where moon is located, that position is considered very, very, very bad because that is directly affecting your health. Now the people who say, okay, where Sade Sati is mentioned and all these things, see the name, we can, maybe some people can attribute it some name to it. Okay, like Ardhashtama, Ashtama. If Saturn is transiting in 8th house, then what will you call it? Ashtama Shani, na? Ashtama is a planet, so they are calling it Ashtama. So what is the issue with this? If Saturn transit, see, continuously, 12th house, 1st house, 2nd house. Okay, after 2nd house, we have 3rd house, which is considered a good position for Saturn. Before 12th house, we have 11th house, which is again considered good for the Saturn. So continuously these three houses, okay, is mentioned not good for that person. So this is given in every classical book. Maybe they have not written the name Sade Sati. Now you tell me, being a Jyotishi, when you practice this transit concept, if you want to give some name to this whole transition phase of Saturn from these three houses, you can give it any name. Maybe I can come up with new name and I can call it, like we can give any name. No? You can come up with one logic and give name. So it doesn't make our theory is wrong. So we are creating a new thing. No, the base concept is same. So when you say Sade Sati is not a classical thing, it means you are discarding the whole theory of transit by Rishi. So you can directly call Rishi doesn't know anything about transit. Okay, in Faldipika, there are more variations of the same concept of Saturn. This transit concept, they have a little bit more refined version. Okay, that I will not cover today. It will be very confusing. But that is a very beautiful concept of using transit. Given in the Prashna Mark. Okay, but for now, you must understand how and why this Sade Sati is created. And why we are giving importance to it. Am I clear on this point? So depending on the intensity of causing harm to the native, we have given different names to it. Okay, Ardhashtama Shani. Okay, Ashtam Shani. Then we have Sade Sati. Maybe some of you can also give some name for the transit of Saturn in 5, 9, 10 house. Why you are keeping this 5, 9, 10 aside? You can also assign some name to it. And you can make your own, you can publish your own book on it. Okay. But the thing is 5, 9, 10 is comparatively is less harmful. That's why people are not talking about it. There is another name, Kalyani and Ardha Kalyani.
Sir, Kalyani, Laghu Kalyani is, I think, Kantaka Shani.
Same thing. Okay. Ashtam Shani is Kalyani and Ardhashtam Shani is Laghu Kalyani. It means people have given different name to it. Some call it Ashtam Shani, some call it Kalyani. Ardhashtam, Kantaka Shani, and Ardha Kalyani or Laghu Kalyani. All are same. Now we see the individual result of these all positions of Saturn. We start with the Ashtam Shani. Ashtam Shani means 8th house transiting Saturn in 8th house from moon sign. What will be the result? What result is given? Anybody remember? Anybody have book? They can read Saturn in 8th house from moon. What result Rishi says?
Yeah, so moon in 8th house from Saturn, losses, general suffering to children, cattle and friends. This is from Colonel A.K. Gore book.
Yeah, this is very less information. So if you read some other books, you will see some more detailed thing. But overall result, Ashtam Shani means it's a kind of Maraka. Okay, Maraka. You call it Kalyana, Kalyani. Kalyan होगा, कल्याण हो गया उसका, खुशी हो सकता है, ठीक है. So they call it like danger to your lifestyle. Okay, so it means the core laws of living things, that the core of the 8th house result, all malefic things we can expect from this position. What result is mentioned for the Saturn transit in the 4th house? All those things you can apply here. Okay, that is not considered good, and especially for the happiness part. Okay, mental trouble, happiness, all these things is there. Okay, so now fourth house, eighth house. Okay, 5, 9, and 10 comparatively less. So we are not much worried about that field. Okay, so before I go to the core Sade Sati, okay, 12th, first, and uh, second house, there's one more thing we need to understand. Okay, so in one's lifetime, let's say Sade Sati, 30 years. Okay, in 30 years, Sade Sati can take place once. Am I correct? 30 years में एक बार. ठीक है? 60 years, 2 times. 90 years, 3 times. Transit क्या? Saturn can reach to the same position. It means in 90 years of age, there are 3 Sade Sati can take place. Am I correct? So generally what happens is when you calculate Ayushya, longevity of person. Okay, so depending on the longevity calculation also you can decide which particular Sade Sati is going to give the malefic result maximum. If person is Alpayu, only one Sade Sati he will face. Okay, if person is Madhyamayu, it means roughly the age of 60, 65, 70. So he will face 2 Sade Satis. Okay. Now the person who has Dirghayu, how much Sade Sati he can face in his lifetime for Dirghayu person? What is the limit of Dirghayu? Okay. Dirghayu means age can be more than 90. And let's say there are some many sadhus and many people who lives 180 years, 120. Vimshotri we call 120 years. In 120 years, Sade Sati cycle can be more than 5. Okay, so there must be some difference in it, no? There must be some difference in it. So the every difference is not given, like you can extend it to 200 years. So we can't define Sade Sati cycle differently for all 200 years. But in South India, like the first Sade Sati, when person faced first Sade Sati in his life, okay, we call it Mangu Shani. Okay, Mangu. Or in Tamil, they call it Mangu Shani. Okay, so North India, they call it Manda Shani. Mandu Shani. Okay, Manda means what? Slow. Okay. Manda also means dull, dull. Mentally dull. That also means Manda. Okay. So both have same meanings. Slow. It can be movement wise, it can be slow, or by applying mind, they can be slow. Okay, so we call it Mandu Shani or Mangu Shani. So the first Sade Sati when we face, we call it Mangu Shani. Mangu name itself is suggesting slow. So in this period, people will face many difficulties. Why? Because of this Mand nature. Okay. So generally means Mangu Shani falls during their education time. It means if Sade Sati is falling during education, during the years like 20, approximately 20, 18 years, 15, in between their education time. So this Mangu Shani definition applies. What will be the second Shani? Then second Shani becomes this Pongu Shani. Okay, first Mangu and then Pongu. Third one is, okay, Mangu, Pongu. Pongu means what? What is the meaning of Pongu? Pongu also means fertile. Okay, also means developed. okay, developed or which has already raised. So during this phase, during this Sade Sati, generally all good things happens in the native flag. In this second Sade Sati cycle. Now in this whole Sade Sati, generally now this is what people generally refer. When they say no first cycle, in this whole Sade Sati, the first phase is bad. Okay, last phase, like different they attribute different result to it. Okay, like in first phase, this is loss. Second phase, your own health will be lost. In third phase, your parents will loss of your parents. Okay, second phase, your loss. Like this. This is given for this function. Okay, but ultimately, everything will be good. You will see many good things during those Sade Sati phase. Okay, but parallelly, you will also face a lot of difficulties. Now the third one is Tungu Shani. What is that Tungu? Maybe they have different names for it. Okay, but it means frozen Saturn. Okay, frozen means what? Here we say like now here Saturn is in depressing mood. Okay, so this third cycle, this third round of Sade Sati is applied for those people who have Purna Ayushya, okay, or who have good longevity. They will face this third Sade Sati. Now, this is something which is not considered good as compared to last two Sade Sati. The third one is more difficult one. Okay, Mangu, Pongu, and after that we have Maran Shani. And obviously, this is applied for the person who can face this fourth cycle of Sade Sati. Fourth cycle means which year? Okay, after 90s, if person survived, then the kind of Sade Sati they face, that is Marana Shani. Okay, now also we can also differentiate the result depending on the type of Rashi where this Sade Sati is happening. Type of Rashi means we have categorized the Rashi in Char, Sthira, and Dvisabhav. In English, we call it movable, fixed, and dual sign. Okay, depending on the type of sign, depending on the movement of sign, you can also see the result of Sade Sati. What does it mean? It means in Chara Rashi. In Chara Rashi means movable sign means your Aries, Cancer, and then 1, 4, 7, 10.
1, 4, 7, 10.
So these are the Rashis where Sade Sati will show its maximum damage and maximum harmful result. Then we have Sthira Rashi. Okay, so as comparison to Chara Rashi, as comparison to movable sign, in fixed sign you will see less damage of Sade Sati. Okay, but for movable sign, Sade Sati almost it will not show any bad result. Almost. If there is no malefic combination or if Saturn is not badly placed, then this movable sign people will not experience the result of Sade Sati. Movable, fixed, and then we have dual sign. So movable sign experience Sade Sati more. Okay, so whatever is mentioned in the classical books about Sade Sati, everything they have to face. Okay, but fixed sign people, they have some liberty. Okay, they have some blessings. They will experience less result as compared to movable. Okay, but when we talk about movable signs, they will not experience the result of Sade Sati. I will not call it not experience. Maybe they can experience, but in the lesser effect, in the lesser degrees. Now we can further differentiated. Okay. So when we say Char Rashi will experience the result of Sade Sati maximum, so is it true that all Char Rashi will experience it? Okay, out of 1, 4, 7, 10, Kark Rashi, okay, Cancer sign will experience maximum malefic result of Sade Sati. Why? Think about this. I will not give you reason yet now. In fixed signs, we have Leo and Scorpio. Correct? 2, 5, 8, 11. Out of these two, Leo and Scorpio is a sign which can be affected maximum by Sade Sati. But in lesser degree as comparison to Cancer. Okay, so see, there is a reason behind these things. Think about this. Okay, so I will not repeat every time. Okay, so this reason we have already discussed in our one of sessions.
So, I mean, like Ardhashtama, Ashtama Shani, there are different remedies for each
Yes,
place.
yes, yes. So for each placement, remedy will be different.
Okay, okay. And for example, for Ashtama Shani, what is the example? I mean, like, what is the remedy?
For example, let's say if Saturn is transiting on Cancer sign, let's say. Okay, and Cancer is your 4th house. Okay, now you want to do remedy for Ardhashtama. So you do Rudrabhishek, okay, with water from river. You can do Rudrabhishek with Ganga water. Okay, or you can take water from Yamuna river. If for Aries Lagna, let's say you have Aries sign, not Lagna, Aries sign. Now Saturn is transiting in 8th house, Ashtama. So we call it Ashtam Shani. Correct. Now for this, remedy will be, you can do again Rudrabhishek, but this time you need to take water from Rameshwaram. Why Rameshwaram? Scorpio sign. Sorry, not Rameshwaram. Water from pond. Okay, or lake. Clear? Why? Because that Scorpio sign is still water. Okay, Cancer sign is a flowing water. Every time I am doing only Rudrabhishek. Why? Rudrabhishek is also recommended for Cancer, for Scorpio, also for Pisces. When Saturn for Aries Rashi, when Sade Sati starts, again do Rudrabhishek, but this time take water from Rameshwaram or from Jagannath Puri or from Somnath. Why? Ocean. It means remedies you need to decide depending on the transit.